Okay, so we have the question here. Question 10. The probability that, what's this name? Sire will bring a calculator is 5/6, while that for Yemrai is 3/5 here. Okay. Giving the answer as a fraction in its simplest form, find the probability that Sire, okay, will not bring a calculator for the lesson. Okay, you can help me pronounce this name. But back to mathematics. So the probability that Sire will bring a calculator for mathematics is 5/6. All right. So this probability of bringing a calculator must be subtracted from a total probability, which is 1. Okay. The probability of bringing a calculator and that of not bringing the calculator, when we add the two, they should give us 1. So we subtract this one from 1. What do we get? Okay, so the probability that the calculator is not going to be brought will be equals to 1/6. All right. It is as simple as that, 1/6. Then find the probability that only one of them will bring a calculator for the lesson. Only one of them will bring a calculator. Okay. Find the probability that only one of them will bring a calculator. So we can have a situation where what's this? Yemrai brings a calculator and then Sire does not bring a calculator. Or we can have a situation where Sire brings a calculator and then Yemrai does not bring a calculator. Okay? I hope you are getting the concept, isn't it? So the probability that Yemrai is going to bring a calculator is 3/5 multiplied by the probability of this one not bringing. So it could be this one brings, then the other one does not bring. So the probability that this one does not bring is 1/6. So we have this part. Remember, I calculated this part. Then we have a situation where this one brings, which is 5. The probability of bringing a calculator is 5/6. And then this one not bringing, we do the same thing. So it will be 2/5. Okay. Then we can work this out. What do we have here? We have 3/30 plus 10/30. What do we get? We're going to get 13/30. This is what is going to be the answer to this particular question. I stand to be corrected if you have a different case. All right. So we go to question 13. We go to question 13. In the diagram, A, B, and C are positions of 3 boreholes where BA is equal to BC. The borehole at C has a bearing of 116 degrees from the borehole at B. Okay. Then calculate angle A. Calculate angle AC. Okay. we need to calculate this angle. All right, that's the first question. Then the second question is calculate the bearing of the borehole at A from the bearing of the borehole at C. Calculate the bearing of the borehole at A from the bearing of the borehole at C. So the bearing of, we're calculating the bearing of A. In other words, we want this one here. So this must be a straight line. This is what we want. Okay. This is what we want. This is our north. So we start with the angle here. What is this angle? Now take note that we have been told here that this distance and this are equal. So we first of all have to know this angle here. Then you can subtract it from 180. You will do the same thing. Now the easiest one, you know that these two angles here are equal. This angle and this one, they are equal, these two angles. All right, they are equal. And there's that rule of angles in a triangle that says two opposite interior angles are equal to the opposite interior angles. They are equal to the opposite exterior angle. So what we're supposed to do is just to divide 116 by 2. That is what we're going to get. So this angle here will be 58. Even this one will be 58. Is that clear? That is what we are going to get. Now, when it comes to the bearing now, remember we want this bearing. Okay? We know that if this is 58 here, okay, even this smaller angle here, on the basis of alternate angles, even this one here, it is 58. So now, to find this bearing, we are going to say 180 degrees, which is an angle on a straight line, okay, plus 58. What do we get? We add. We have 8, we have 13, then we have 2. This is what we're going to get as the answer to the last question there. All right? This is what we're going to get as the answer to the last question here. Let's look at the other part. It's not very clear, isn't it? This one is not very clear. Maybe we can leave it for now. It's not very, very clear. Okay.